Garuda'S Atonement. Garuda was the celestial bearer of Lord Krishna, Vishnu. He was vehemently a potent bird that it would very easily defeat gods of heaven many a time. This made him a little haughty. Once he got a chance of annihilating the whole race of snakes through an evil curse. Accordingly, he began to gobble away all the snakes in profusion. At last, based on a treaty, this uncontrollable massacre of snakes was terminated, and accordingly, each day, each snake was sent to a valley in which Garuda visited regularly. Gradually, there arose a large white hill of snake bones. One day, Jimuda Vahana, a benevolent and compassionate king, was riding past his place in the accomplishment of his brother-in-law named Mitravasu. He chanced to see the white hill and inquired Mitravasu what it was. He said all about the story related to Garuda and the curse. Jimuda Vahana was thunderstruck to hear this heart-breaking story. Next day, Jimuda Vahana came that way alone. He wanted to study the surroundings well. While he was walking along the foot of the white hill, he heard a cry a little far away from him. He walked to the direction and saw an old snake mother weeping in deep anguish. He inquired why. She said, "Dear stranger, tomorrow is my only one son's turn. He has to go to the valley to become Garuda's food. This is a rule." Jimuda Vahana was more and more depressed when he heard these piercing words. He wanted to save the race of the snakes in all the way possible to him, and accordingly, he wanted the snake mother to send him to the valley in place of her son. Even though with hesitation, at last the snake mother agreed. All these were informed to Mitravasu. He was against his brother-in-law's decision. Next day, Jimuda Vahana was sent to the valley. He disguised as a snake. He went to the valley and lay down on the ground. A little time later, Garuda reached there and swooped Jimuda Vahana by its strong beaks and took him to the top of the hill. There, he started to tear off his prey. Jimuda Vahana did not make any sound. Gradually, he was dozed off completely, for he was bleeding from the wounds made by Garuda. About this time, Mitravasu reached the place and called out to Garuda, "Oh great Garuda, you are not pecking on a snake, but a man like me. He is sacrificing his own life for the lives of the snakes. Don't you feel shame in killing such a great man? Leave him off and eat me instead." Only then could Garuda recognize that he was eating a man. He was wondered to know the bold act of Jimuda Vahana, who was almost dead. Garuda flew to heaven and came back with some ambrosia and sprinkled it on his prey. Jimuda Vahana came back to his life more perfectly. When Jimuda Vahana compelled Garuda, pledged that he would never kill any snake, and at the same time he sprinkled the celestial medicine ambrosia on the hill of bones. All the snakes were resurrected and were very happy.